Ladies and gentlemen, Kate Winslet. Sit down. How are you moving?
Thank you.
That
was fabulous.
Thanks, Kate. I'll sit down. Oh, dear. Now, congratulations are in order.
Thank you very much.
The news that you are pregnant.
Yes, I am.
Was in all the newspapers.
I don't have a bump yet, which is...
You don't have a bump. The paparazzi will be very, very disappointed.
I know, they'd probably be very annoyed at that.
But
no bump yet, no, which is annoying, because I want my bump. I want my bump.
It will come soon enough, that's for sure.
I know.
Did you ever imagine when you were that girl in Reading that one day the fact you're going to have a baby will be front page news?
No, actually, not at all.
Didn't,
not at all. I mean, I didn't... Like everything, you know, when you're young, you don't really think ahead. I mean, as much as I thought was, I wanted to act. That was what I always thought when I was little, and just wanted to have fun doing it. And I didn't know how things would work out, but I remember really dreaming about that. But more than that, I didn't think at all.
All your family were actors, of course, weren't they?
Yes.
Dad was an actor, and
yep.
Mum was an actor, and grandfather was an actor.
All of them.
So, in a sense, it was genetic. You're programmed to be.
Everybody. I mean, everybody did it, and because I had grown up with it, I just knew it was what I would end up doing. It wasn't a sort of situation where I thought, yes, that's what I'll do, and I'll be really great at it, and I want to be a movie star. You know, it wasn't a Judy Garland type fantasy that I had about the whole thing, and I certainly didn't think about films.
You didn't?
No, it didn't even enter my head.
No, you were going to be a jobbing actress.
Well, I was, because that's what all my family were. They all did theatre, and they toured all over the place, and they did sort of bits and pieces in films. But more than that, it sort of wasn't a huge deal. It was just a job, and I wanted to be part of that world, and was fully imagining, you know, a huge struggle. And it is hard. It is really hard work.
Sure. No, it's not given to anybody. But I mean, to go from there in such a short time to be sitting. I mean, in Titanic, the one shot that sticks in my mind, because I'm frightened of heights, is that shot where that ship goes like that. There's you and Leonardo, and there's people falling off the damn thing. I can barely watch it.
Yes.
I mean, you can not even imagine that one day, never mind going to Hollywood, that you would end up there.
Well, there is a story that goes with that, which is that when we shot that scene, when Leo and I are right up on the tip of the thing, we were harnessed on and everything, but we were very high up. I mean, it was about 150 feet high up, this hydraulic thing that sort of went up, and anyway, it got stuck up there for 2.5 hours. So we're up there, but we were sort of all right, because to be honest with you, we had things like bottles of water stuffed in our pockets, and we were sort of laughing and joking around, but it was the people below us that I felt sorry for, because they were literally hanging from harnesses for 2.5 hours.
True.
And the hydraulics had just broken down, and there was nothing they could do apart from try and fix it. But it was extraordinary, and that was one moment in my career when I was sort of lying there thinking, you know, what am I doing? This is just madness.
Silly, yes.
But it was funny as well. I mean, in a situation like that, you know, you just have to laugh.
Did you have that feeling, or have you had that feeling since?
Yes, I have had that sort of mad feeling since, which is in this recent film, Holy Smoke, that I did, directed by Jane Campion. There is a scene in that which has been talked about a lot. It's a scene where I basically am sort of going a little bit nutty, and I'm naked, which I know you wouldn't like, but naked and
it's okay. Me.
This was all for very good reason, I have to say. And I urinate in the middle of the scene. And it was not a happy experience, and it was one of those scenes that I just kept putting off in my mind, thinking, oh, well, I just won't think about it, and it'll just go away. And suddenly we had to shoot this scene, obviously, and it's the middle of the night, and it's the Red Sand Desert, and it's freezing cold. And this scene is taking place, and I just froze. I just froze, literally, because it was so cold. But because I just thought, what on earth possessed me to do this? And this is nothing to do with my job.
Yes.
Nothing to do with my job at all. And there are all these people around me who I don't really know.
Yes.
But what am I doing? But I just had to keep remembering that when I had read that scene, when I first read the script, that it was immensely shocking, and that it was there for very, very valid reasons.
Where do you, again, I asked you the same question I asked Harry. I mean, where do you draw the line for you?
Well, I think it's really interesting what you say, and I think, you know, when some actors say that they refuse to do nudity in films, I can really understand that.
But I don't refuse to do a nude scene.
No.
I just did a